Oh, all right. So I really hadn't planned on putting this video out until and unless I got the 20 crit feat in Sector 5, but I have tried just about everything, swapped data disks around. I think my problem is I didn't have the right or enough option in terms of data disks because I just can't do it. I got max rewards without even having needed to attempt SLKR. But that last feat, man, I just cannot do it. I know a lot of people have gotten it, but I think it just comes down to my lack of the requisite data disks. Maybe I missed them along the way. Maybe I should mix it up a little bit more. Could be. I'll certainly try to mix it up a little bit more the next time around. But I gave up, honestly. And I got 2 of those deadly momentums also. Which, dude, it's a lot of DPS, man. It is crazy DPS. But still, not the data disks I need for that 20 crit feat in one turn. But anyway, so hope everybody had a good and safe Memorial Day weekend. It was shitty here in the Northeast. Hi, Roxy. It rained the entire weekend, so I didn't really get to do a whole lot. Basically did some stuff around my brother's house out east. I like doing stuff around the house, like I had to fix the wall where he had a leak a while back, fixed the leak, but never fixed the wall, so I fixed the wall at least best I could. Did some stuff around the yard. I like doing stuff like that. Everyone in my family always is like, well, if you like it so much, buy a fucking house instead of, living in a tiny ass little apartment. And that's totally fair. I have, of course, thought of that myself, but while I am working at my current job, or while I have this current career path, I like having a 15-minute door-to-door commute, and if I bought a house, it would invariably be at least 45-minute commute. And not for nothing, if I'm leaving Manhattan. I said it before. If I'm leaving Manhattan, I'm leaving New York City. If I'm leaving New York City, I'm probably leaving New York State. But anyway, I hope everyone had a safe time. Bella and I may have mentioned it before. I don't remember. But in case I didn't, Bella and I bought a Lovesac sectional couch. We decided it was high time that we get a new couch because the dogs had destroyed the old one when they were, puppies, scratching, chewing, whatever. Luckily, they don't do that anymore. Actually, we also had some visiting dogs that may or may not have pissed on the couch at different points in time. Resolve urine killer really, really works. But yeah, so we bought a Lovesac sectional. They actually call it a Lovesac Sactional. I also just think it's really funny because if you think about the name Lovesac, could just as easily be a scrotum or a ball sack. Love sack. I don't think it's too much of a stretch to equate those two things, or make love sack a double entendre for a ball sack. But they make a really nice couch, or a nice sectional. We opted for 4 seats because our apartment is still on the smaller side. But dude, the best thing about the Lovesac sectional couches is that if you live in a small apartment, you can buy a 4-seater and adjust it to your liking. And then if you move to a bigger place like Bella and I plan to, then you can just add more pieces. You don't have to get a new couch. You just add more pieces to your existing couch and just get the same or just all new covers, depending on what you want. It is great. If you have never heard of Lovesac, clearly you're not watching HGTV, because they advertise on it all the time. Dude, they're awesome. And you can buy the seats with built-in extra storage. So underneath the seat cushion is storage. We got a couple of those. They're a little bit more expensive. It's kind of expensive in general, but you never have to buy another couch if you do not want to. We have ours in like a slate gray. If you get tired of slate gray, you just order all new covers in whatever the fuck color you want. You could go midnight blue, just change all the covers, which you're still paying for, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying a midnight blue all new couch. And like I said, if you want a bigger couch down the road, you just, like we have 4 seats. If we upgrade to a larger apartment, we'll probably buy another 2 seats. You just add them on. And it's almost literally like adult Legos. And this was the pitch that the saleswoman gave us, and it's accurate. It's like adult Legos. You could, just because I have it in the same L setup that I had my last couch, but if, like, for instance, my best friend, when Bella and I go out of town, when we travel out of town, we can't take the dogs with us. Like if they're, taking a trip, my best friend Emily watches the dogs in the apartment, and she usually has one of her best friends, hang out with her and stay over here. And her best friend always brings a blow-up mattress. Now she doesn't have to, because we have a 4-seater Lovesac sectional that, although it's currently in an L setup, it can easily be rearranged to be like a full-size bed. So you can don't take my word for it. Just go to the website, and this is not a paid promotion, mind you. I wish it were. That'd be great. But go to the website. You can design your own couch. I mean, there are some crazy designs. Excuse me. I saw one where it's like a movie theater setup. Like, you ever go to the... Actually, I think it's almost all movie theaters now, where, they have like the couples seat, where it's like 2 seats together. You can kick up the footrests, like a recliner. You can't do the recliner part, but you can make any shape of couch that you want, pretty much. I mean, theoretically, you could just have seats going all the way around, and just make, like, literally on the website, I think they have all the seats arranged to form a ball pit, and they just have, like, those old Ronald McDonald House or whatever the fuck, the McDonald's ball pits. Yeah, you could do whatever you want. They are pricey, but I think it's worth it. I mean, look, if you're buying a good couch, you're going to spend a few $1,000s anyway, depending on the size of the couch, of course. But you're going to spend that. They did have a really, really great 30% off sale the other week, or ended the other week, for first responders, including but not limited to medical professionals. So we used, that was perfect timing. We used that 30% off because Bella and I were both eligible for it, because they did first responders and medical staff. So she and I were both eligible for it. So 30% off is, at the end of the day, I am Jewish. So that was music to my ears. no time like the present, right? So yeah, we do not have buyer's remorse, not even in the slightest. We are both very happy with what we got. The only problem is, even if you go to like one of the stores, the floor stores or whatever, you still are in effect ordering it online. So you might as well order it online. And with that, of course, sometimes there are, packing or shipping errors or what have you. So we had a couple of those, but customer service is really good. So yeah, we have everything, and it's actually really comfortable, considering it's like, well, I guess all couches are prefab, right? But yeah, you wouldn't necessarily expect it to be as comfortable as it is, but it is in fact very comfortable. Even the seats with the storage underneath, it's like you do not notice a difference in the slightest. Of course, I put those on Bella's side just in case I did notice a difference, but she hasn't noticed a difference. So, yeah. So, check out the website. Again, this is not a paid promotion. I am promoting Lovesack of my own free will. I am not being compensated monetarily for promoting or pushing Lovesack, and I do not own stock in Lovesack. While it's a great product, it is very much a niche company. It's a small niche in what is otherwise still a consumer discretionary sector. So I do not own Lovesack stock, will not own Lovesack stock. However, their product is great. So yeah. So as you can see, I'm having a little bit of trouble with some of these things. I mean, some of them I'm just one-starring and I'm just moving on just to get it over with and get it done, because I can always come back and 3-star them later when everybody's at full endurance, we'll call it. No need, again, reiterating, no need to refresh unless you're just an impatient bastard like me. I did refresh a few times. I may not. I really only refresh so that I can push these videos out. And this one I even held off for several days trying to get that last feat. But if the map stays the same next time around, I'll probably not refresh and just take my sweet time. And then if I end up getting the 20 crit feat later on, then I will, of course, post that. But yeah, it's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy, right? It's meant to be difficult. Overall, I think this Conquest was a lot more difficult than ones past, and I'm okay with that. And yes, that is my PlayStation blaring in the background. I'm gonna watch The Expanse again. I've been watching it again. Dude, I watched the Friends reunion over the weekend and the Fresh Prince reunion, and dude, those things were so good. If you're my age, in your mid-30s, and you grew up with Fresh Prince and Friends and Family Matters and stuff like that. Family Matters, I don't know if there is a reunion episode. I would love to see that if there is. But the Fresh Prince reunion and the Friends reunion were really, really good. They're not episodes, obviously. It's a reunion. Everybody's meeting back up. Sometimes it's a little scary to see how much people have aged. Sometimes it's funny to see some people that look exactly the same. Like Will Smith I think Will Smith looks better now than he did 20 some odd years ago. But yeah, I grew up on those shows. I loved those shows. Had a huge crush on Jennifer Aniston growing up. I don't know many guys that didn't. So yeah, it was really nice to watch those. HBO / Warner Media / AT&T, since they own Warner Media, really capitalizing on the nostalgia with those things. But I'm okay with that, man. Like, I mean, first of all, I don't even know how much money they're really making off of it, right? Because, like, it's not like they're charging more for those episodes. You just have to subscribe, or you have to have your subscription to HBO, which is like $15 a month. But it's not like they're doing like one-off pay-per-views for those shows. So I don't know if they're really making that much more revenue off of these things. So you can't even call it a money grab. It's just, and I'm okay with it. Again, it's playing off of, my generation, I guess elder millennials or millennials, playing off of our nostalgia. And that's okay. I understand that I'm totally a mark for that. I'm okay with it because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed those shows when they were live, so to speak, and running. So I'm okay with that. And again, if it were a money grab like Fast and the Furious 9, unequivocally, that's a fucking money grab because, they're charging you to go to the movie theater to watch the 9th installment of, what is to my estimation, a worthless franchise. I see no value in that at all. And I'm sure there are plenty of people that feel that way about the Fresh Prince reunion and Friends, or even the shows in general. I see zero value in the Fast and Furious franchise. It's ridiculous. I don't get the appeal. I don't get the appeal. And the manner in which they just kind of escalate every movie, like first they're just stealing cars, they're criminals, and then eventually they start working for the government, and then they start working for the government internationally. Like, 10 years from now, the Fast and Furious crew are going to be zipping around Mars in Mars rovers. It's just, I'm not a fan. And I am a Star Wars fan, right? So, I am at least somewhat familiar with money grab franchises. And I play this game, so I'm definitely at least acutely familiar with money grabs. But I hate that franchise. I'm sorry. I hate the Fast and the Furious franchise. I wish it never existed. And there are plenty of money grab franchises. Forget about Star Wars, forget about Marvel, forget about DC, forget about Fast and Furious. There are plenty of other ones, right? I don't know. I just hate the Fast and the Furious. I hate it. It's like, what's that dude's name? Jerry Bruckheimer? Is that the guy? It's like Jerry Bruckheimer, had like some teenage fever dream that he turned into a 9-film franchise. And I don't even know that he works on any of these movies. I doubt it, honestly. But it's like Jerry Bruckheimer's just like famous for like lots of ordnance and explosions and CG and all that. And it's just like, yeah, that. But like, even like Jerry Bruckheimer, what comes to mind is like Transformers. I think it's Jerry Bruckheimer, right? I hope I'm right on that. But like Transformers comes to mind. Money grab. Certainly after the first two, they just kept it going. But like, at least there was some substance to it, and it's based off of a TV show, and toy line and whatever else, but it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair, but I see no value in the Fast and Furious franchise whatsoever. I am sorry. I am not sorry. Yeah. Anyway, so we're almost done with this. This shit was fucking hard, man. That SLKR is gonna go like twice before you even get, your first licks in. And of course, it doesn't help that I'm fighting with a handicap with lowered endurance characters. So it's my own fault that I'm making it more difficult on myself. Make no mistake. But I'm impatient, man. I'm impatient. So you'll just kind of see me struggle through these for a little bit, and then we'll get to the good stuff. See, I'm in the same position I was last time. Actually, worse. Oh, but at least I got that feat. Okay. All right. So this is what I ended up going with, at least for some of it. And again, it does help to have full endurance on your characters. Don't spend on stims, though, because then you're going to miss out on shit for Commander Ahsoka Tano and or the Razor Crest. But it's really good to have basically a full resistance team in here, because they're just going to counter everybody. So that one was easy. All right, so let's go for the health. Let's try let's see if this works. Now, it doesn't matter if anybody dies, I just have to win, right? But, so let's see. Basically 4 healers and Rey. Could be worse. No real synergy, but could be worse. Oh. Oh, that was good timing. And we good. And by the way, this is with 2 of those 4-dot purple data discs. All right, sorry I couldn't get the last one.